All right, it is time to show you the one item, the fantastic item. It came out at Savers. It was $14.99. I'm gonna show you the box. This is what it was looking like. Boom, we're gonna show you the next level when you pop it open. It's in Japanese, okay? Maybe a notebook, I don't know. Look at it, just a nice little leather kind of case. Let me open it up without messing it up. Ooh, what is it? Okay, we got to show you. We have to show you what it is. It's going to sell for some super good money. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Mike, the Golden State Picker, and I am out of San Jose, California, better known as Silicon Valley. We do videos about reselling on eBay and selling a lot of books on Amazon FBA. So if you are curious, then you're at the right place. We talk about reselling, we talk about life, we talk about everything on this channel. And today is no different. We're going to talk about some things I found. Hey, I have a very cool item that I think you're going to like. Can sell for some very good money. You got to stick around to see what it is and what I paid for it. I got some stuff that I sold. One very cool, I think it's cool. I got a couple cool items, but this one's kind of interesting. We'll talk about it, how to ship it, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to talk about something that I found at Savers, and it's weird how this works out. You know, when you're on your cell phone, right, and you're looking for something, maybe you're talking to your wife about something, and all of a sudden these things start popping up in your feed. You go, they're listening to me. They are listening to me, because all of a sudden the ads start popping up for certain items like that you were talking to your wife about or whoever. And I got one of those that I'm going to show you. I actually found it at Savers, and it was bizarre how I found it. We'll talk about what I'm going to use it for, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been fun. Beautiful weather. I'm glad it's finally cooling down in my garage, so it makes life a little easier in here. We got another hot week coming up, but it's now getting into what we call here Indian summer. So that's a nice period. Right now through November, we get some pretty good weather. So like that mostly across the board in general, across the nation. Fall is really nice. Spring too. Summers can be hot. Oh, wow. Okay. Finally settling in. Got back from North Carolina, and I'm feeling like I'm finally getting into the routine. And my wife's going to be back tomorrow. She stayed a little bit longer, so I'm really looking forward to her getting back. I think she's actually part of my routine. And I told her this morning, I said, I think you just being here puts me in my old routine. And if you're not here, sometimes I don't want to say I slack off, but it's just a little different. So I'm looking forward to her getting back just from that standpoint. I miss her and all that kind of stuff. The grandbabies are going to miss her. She was back there helping the middle child who had her tonsils and adenoids taken out. And Nana was back there making sure the little one was okay before she left. So she'll be back tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, now let's get into what I was talking about, what I found at Savers for myself. It was interesting. As you get older, and now everybody knows I got the little thing there. I got the farmer's tan going sometimes. I'm diabetic, sucked, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I got to do some different things, exercise and all that kind of stuff. And I always have been a person who has been fascinated by stretching, balance, a lot of that stuff. I was weightlifting. I did all that stuff when I was in my 50s and everything like that. But I'm trying now to focus more on stretching and balancing and that kind of thing. There's a famous golfer, Arnold Palmer, and he said that the one thing he would change if he could go back in his sports career would be stretching. He would be the most flexible person out there. That's basically what he would be. So that's what he was talking about. So anyhow, this is what I bought. Here it is. Look at this thing. Whoa, everybody's going, what the heck is that? Now, I walked into Savers, and I go up to the front where I always am, and this thing was there. And I said, I'll take that. Just like that. I've been looking for this. I wanted to buy one. They're about $150 to $200. They're what they call a jib line or a gibbon board or something. And what they are is, if you've seen those people, they're doing those slack lining things. and they're balancing. So this is not a snowboard. A lot of people at Savers thought this was some kind of snowboard. It's not. You're going to balance on this and do different things on this. So I was looking for one of these, and it's strange how this popped in. I paid $20 minus the 20%, so about 16, 17 bucks. And they were giving me a hard time. They said, no, you're going to sell it, Mike. I said, no, I'm actually going to use this one. And I was in there today, and the guy who was giving me a hard time, my son was there with me, and I told him, I said, Josh, tell him that I'm going to use this. He said, yeah, he's using it. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use it to hopefully improve my balance and some core strength and a few other things. I'm going to give it a shot and give it a try. And if it doesn't work out, guess what? Then I'll sell it, okay? Now, there's a reason for that. I was looking at some things, and, when you start having, I don't have big health issues, but when you start to have things, you get a little older, you kind of search around, and I was curious. And I found this statistic. It was kind of crazy, but falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths in adults over 65. And the rate jumps to really crazy levels at 85 years old. Interesting, right? So I was thinking, I believe in that. I believe that, I play golf now, and I can feel it if I am not stretched out. I think if you look at today's athletes, they will tell you very similar things. Stretching, all of that. They're very flexible, very limber. Look at all the gymnasts at the Olympics. I mean, that's crazy how limber they are, right? So I think that's where I'm going to put some more of my focus in some of that. There is a place here called Stretch Labs, but they want a lot of money just to go in and get stretched out. It's just like everything else. You got to put in an effort, build some sort of process, and stick with it. So that's what I plan on doing. Tell me if you've got some tricks that you're trying to do in the comments down below. If you're getting older, what are you doing? Are you walking, running, weightlifting? What is your regimen of exercise? I kind of want to know what my listeners are doing too. So yeah, it's very interesting. We'll see how long it lasts. I think I'll be able to do that for a while. My wife doesn't know I have it yet, but she'll probably think I'm going to probably break my leg doing that. Some of you are probably thinking that also. I should be okay. One thing I'm very good at, I do have very good balance. I can put my pants on in the morning, okay? That's enough. There you go. All right, let's get into what we found. And in a minute, we're going to talk about the crazy item that I found and what it potentially can sell for. So stick around. All right, right off the bat, got their Savers, I believe, I want to say it was Tuesday. It was definitely Senior Tuesday. And everybody was at the front, and I ran in real quick and pushed the cart down the one aisle. I've got it wrapped up, guys. Again, that's how fast I work. I will get this stuff up quickly. I do not wait around and build a pile and then do it every Saturday. I do it every day. And this is called the Diesel Dog. It is a pedal, not for a guitar, but a bass guitar. Okay, interesting, right? Yes, bass guitar players do have pedals too. And this is called the Diesel Dog, and it's by a company called, there you go, right there. I think you can see it. Galen Kruger. And this was marked $5, $4.99. Nacho was there, one of my friends in the store, and Nacho, you've heard me talk about him before, and he goes, $4.99. I go, crazy, right? You just don't know what they're going to price, and wild. 75 bucks. I should be able to get about this. $75. I'm going to put this somewhere down here so I don't forget it. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to find it. I'll put it there. I'll figure it out. Now, I went to the flea market and I got two items. One item is over there. It's a lens to an Olympus camera. I paid $2 for the lens. The lens will get me about 35 bucks. So it's sitting already in my storage area. So I'm not going to go dig it out, but I paid 35. And then, being a book guy, this was in a booth. And they wanted $1 each. Now, this is Beast Academy. It is homeschooling, like I've talked about, is red hot. So I paid $8 for the full set. This is the level 2, A, B, C, and D, both the guide and the workbook, I think is what it is. But anyhow, nice little find. This is about $60 to $65. So I would usually find this type of stuff in my bins, but not, it might be written in. These are like brand new. So this should be a $65 item to sell. Trying to figure this out. Okay, let's put that there. We're not going to show that yet. Okay, finally found some electronics. I have been in an electronics slump. Have no idea why. Just seemed to be that. And then all of a sudden, boom, this week I got a few things. Now, I don't think I got this one on Senior Day. I got this on another day. Now, this is Bose. Nice little Bose setup. Single disc CD player and a 3-disc changer. And the great thing, the cords and the remote. What a nice little beauty, right? $19.95. It was wrapped just like this at Savers, $19.95. And then I got 20% off on that. This is about $200 to $250 in that range. Some of them can go for a little bit more, but I'm thinking in that range, $200 to $250. So Bose, these little Bose system, I haven't found one of those in a while, so I got a little bit lucky there. I'm hoping, you know what, I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. Not yet. Let's put it right here. Oh boy, all right. Now we're getting into the heavier units. This little unit came out at Savers. This is a power surge protector by Monster Power, big company. Look at how heavy duty that cable is, right? And this one is a little bit more. There's several versions of these surge protectors. And this one here was marked $14.99. Okay, so $14.99. And we will get about 85 to 100, I think, on this one, plus the shipping. So these, you can see in the back, they have a lot of plugs, and there's a lot of different things you can do to plug in a lot of your electronic gear and into this. Now, back east, there's a lot of lightning and stuff, so I don't know, what I'm going to do back east. I'm probably going to have to really put something on there. But even here, PG&E has, this summer, I had a day where like 3 times in a row, the power went out. That can really screw your electronics up, and you need some protection. My computer does have it, but my TV and stuff, it doesn't. So we're going to have to see how we're going to work that out in the future in North Carolina when I get there. I'm going to sneeze, I think. Dust everywhere. All right. All right. Savers, $29.95. It's a Rotel. That's a brand. Sucker's heavy, and I'm struggling. Rotel. Power amplifier, okay? Look at this thing. Big thing is heavy. Oh, there it goes. Put it down. $29.95. No power cord. What do we talk about power cords? You must sort of collect these power cords. Whenever you're at the flea market and stuff, get the 3-prongers. There's a 3-prong and a 2-prong. Get those. Get these type for VCRs and stuff, okay? Need power cords. So I'm always looking for power cords, especially at the flea market, because they usually will flip a pile, pick what you want for $1, and you usually can find stuff like that. So they do come in handy. I will need one for that amplifier. I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. Let's say it's okay. It's $400 to $500, okay, for that amplifier. So good, solid find there. Now, not going to get to that one yet. Stay tuned. It's coming up. Up next, we were at Savers today, okay, and we hit some golf clubs. I want to talk about them really quick. Here's 3 golf clubs, and we've talked about this category, how it is really red hot. So keep that in mind. They sell year-round. They do sell better during the spring and summer and fall. They do. But this one is a Ping. This is a Ping Pal 2. You've heard me talk about Pings. Problem here is the grip is really rough. Look at it, it's all cracked. Has a head cover. Now I paid $549 minus 20%, so let's just call it $5, just to be fair and square. This is going to be about $25 to $30 because of this grip condition. Okay, the grip was good. I'd probably be $35, pretty solid. Has a head cover. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, let's show you this one because this is a different looking golf club. This is Nike SQ Sumo 2. I know exactly what it is. This is why in knowledge, some people have knowledge of different categories more so than I do, and I have a big knowledge in golf clubs. This was a very weird looking head. See it? It's almost square or rectangular-ish. You can kind of see it. Very different. Very good condition head cover. I love the head cover. That really helps, okay? And this is a 4 hybrid. Okay, it should say up there 423 degree, I think. Is that what it says? Yeah, 423 degree. And that's a Nike. Nike is no longer making golf clubs. They're out of it. Tiger played Nike for years. He signed on with them, but the golf clubs are just, they couldn't compete against the Titleist, the TaylorMades, the Pings, everybody like that. So that is a Sumo, and that's just trying to show you something a little different. This one here, about 30, okay? Anytime you can turn 5 into 30 and ship these pretty easily, okay? I talk about getting tubes, right? And I find them behind Joanna's Fabrics. That is a tight head cover on that one. And that's what I do. I collect those, okay? Now, here's the other one I want to talk about. It's all about education. It's all about certain things here so that you know what you're looking for, so you don't make mistakes pricing and you don't make mistakes selling the wrong item with the wrong item specifics, because we have to make sure when we're in the golf club category that we check all of our specifics. This one's key. This is an R5 TaylorMade driver. A couple of points here. This is an R5 dual. See the word dual? That helps it. And on the back here, it is a type. Do you see the type? It says type D. There's a type S and I think a type N. What does the D stand for? Draw. Draw bias. N, neutral. S, slice or fade. I don't know, it might be an F. I can't remember. If it might be an F, which would be for fade. I think it probably is an F. So you got to keep these little things in mind. And you also need to know loft, 10.5. We also need to know what? The shaft. This is a regular shaft, okay? R, regular. Now, over here is 555 mid-torque tip soft. A lot of little things, but don't panic. If you do a search and you type in those things, you should be able to find one that will probably populate all the item specifics for you. But you still need to go in and make sure it says right-handed, regular, 10.5. You get it. So all of these point to basically this driver being about $40, okay? But you don't want to make a mistake when you're doing your item specific, so keep that in mind. That's why I wanted to show you these again, and I want you to understand that that is how the golf club category is. And I am struggling with head covers today. I have no idea why. Head cover helps. So I got 3 clubs, 3 head covers, paid $12 for them basically minus the discount, and they're going to sell for over 100. So nice. All right, it is time to show you the one item, the fantastic item. It came out at Savers. It was $14.99. I'm going to show you the box. This is what it was looking like. Boom. We're going to show you the next level when you pop it open. It's in Japanese, okay? Maybe a notebook. I don't know. Look at it. Just a nice little leather kind of case. Now let me open it up without messing it up. Ooh, what is it? Okay, we got to show you. We have to show you what it is. It's going to sell for some super good money. Careful. Okay, there you go. Oh, what is that? Everybody's going, what is that? Several friends said it looks like something from the movie Saw. Remember the movie Saw, the series? I think they had 4 or 5 of them. I'll try and get a little closer. Okay. Well, what they are is a 9-piece bonsai tool set. Okay. Unreal, right? Very cool. I don't know what they thought they were in the back, but they thought, oh, some kind of just kind of tools. Now, the crazy thing is, what can we potentially get for this set? I'll put the comps up here, let you look at those. Oh, be careful. There we go. There go the comps. There are 2 9-piece sets that have sold for $2,300 for bonsai tools like this, just like this one. I don't know. Will we get $2,300 in a future video? I hope to show you. But that is what is cool. That is stuff that they miss, that they don't understand. They don't know how to look it up, all that kind of stuff. So they're in a position, these stores, to push stuff out, and they got to do that. So they can't sit there and spend 5 minutes looking at one item. They go, okay, boom, I'm told it does X, boom, there you go. That's how that works, basically. So nice item. See, you just got to keep your eye out. You can still find that anywhere. It could pop up at any place. You might find something even more cool in rural areas that you're at. Let me know if you found a real gem for like 10 bucks and you sold it for 1,500, 2,500. I'm always curious because you help me. That's what you do, okay? All right, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. We're gonna come back and we're gonna show you what we sold in a minute. Okay, it is now time to show you what we sold. We sold about 15 items here that we're gonna show you. $740 worth. You'll see some bin of books. You're gonna see a couple interesting things that I found. One I found at a garage sale. Two I found at a garage sale. We'll talk about how I package this one cool item. Stick around. Season is coming up for this particular product, and you can make some good money selling this type stuff during this season. We'll talk about that in a second. $740, 15 items. Nice. I'll take it. I'm just kind of cruising right now. That's one thing I've been talking about is kind of just, I'm learning, even as I'm older. I'm 62 now. And we always learn. We can never stop learning. And I'm trying to figure out how to pace myself better is what I'm trying to get at. How I don't want to burn out, okay? I really don't want to do that. So I'm trying to just pace myself, become more relaxed. There we go with the stretching and all that kind of stuff. I think that once I get back into maybe some exercise activities, I'm going to release some of those endorphins, they say, all that kind of stuff, and maybe, even get better. That's the goal, is to get better. Better in health, better in mental stability, all of that kind of stuff. That's what I'm getting at. All right, let's get right into it. Let's start off with a little remote. Yes, a little weird. It almost looks like the Tesla car, the Tesla truck. Look at it. I mean, look at quick. I'm just saying, what a bust that thing is, right? I'm in Tesla country, and I can tell you, when you see these things, they are big, and then you look at them and you go, I don't know. And some of them have wraps, and they change the color from the stainless, that's the DeLorean look, then they change them to other, and they look a little bit better. But I've heard a lot of bad stuff about it as far as quality, all that. I don't know, but I'm just saying, you see some of that. So this is a remote, kind of reminded me of the Tesla truck. It's a Sony. And the remote got us 15 plus free shipping. Boy, I think I got this out of my bin, believe it or not. It was inside the bin of books. Now, you can make some really good money on remotes. You could probably, if you could find the source and get enough remotes, you could make a pretty nice little monthly income just from selling remotes. Be amazed at how many break and how many people need to replace, and also how many are worth a ton of money. Best one I ever sold, $300 plus. It went to a fireplace. Okay, so yeah, very cool. Okay, out of my bin of books, obviously, is Shakespeare, these little books. Now, there are many of these. There are, I think it's the Oxford ones, I'm not positive, blue books, all kinds of Shakespeare. In general, I'm saying in general, Shakespeare sells as well as other books. Shakespeare does do well, don't get me wrong, and there are some that can sell for a lot of money. But in general, they're just average because they made a lot of them. They printed a lot of Shakespeare. $48 plus $12 on this particular unit. I made some space so I can pile some stuff over there. Stick with books. I have found, it's funny how it's no different. Everybody, we find something and a year later something pops up again. Oh, I remember those. I've sold those before, and I have sold these before. This is the children's book about, this is by Joy Berry, and this is her series of, what does she call it? I want to see what she calls it. Help Me books, basically, or something. But there was quite a few here. And a nice little lot. Okay, you can see how I package stuff. When I shoot it, I will use my, it's like a wrap. It's not like the tape gun, but it's like about the size of this. And I use that. That's right here. Here's one. This is, I think you really need to get this. Down in my description down below is this product. It's by Jarlink. It's off Amazon. And they come in these big rolls, and then I just wrap. One of the best things for resellers is this particular item. You saw me with cords and stuff like that, try to keep everything together. Anyhow, this set of books sold for $44 plus $12 on the shipping side. Nice little solid find there. Let's see if we can move it over here. Here we go. It's also going to help me with shipping. I forgot to put my my cutter up, my bonsais. I didn't put that back up. Just sold this one just before we did the video, so I'll put it out there. Moral issues in business. There are so many textbooks. There are so many books, period. And here's another question. Moral issues in business, the 13th edition. Some of these I'm selling on Amazon. Some of them I'm taking and putting them on eBay because I can make just as much and control the inventory and not have as many returns as I do on Amazon. eBay doesn't have nearly as many returns. So this book was $34 plus $9 on the shipping side. Is that more? Yeah, $34. Nice. Put you there. Let's change it up for one item. Here we go. Now, I'm always looking for this. Today, as a matter of fact, I was in and my picker friend had found some shampoo, and he had about 10 bottles of this particular shampoo that was marked, I think, $2 or $3, and they can sell for $30 a pop. Always looking for cosmetics. This is OG, and this is the Crystal Contour Collection. It is brand new, so you have to put like new box, all that kind of stuff. And I thought it flipped open. It doesn't. Anyhow, brand new. We paid about $5.99 on average. There were some that were $3.99, some that were $7.99. I think this was $7.99 minus the 20%. So about, say, $6.50-ish, that kind of thing. $80 plus $7 on the shipping side. I know a lot of you find perfumes, all that kind of stuff. Tell me what the rules are on Amazon when it comes to perfumes. Are we allowed to sell half bottles, quarter bottles? I thought we were not, so I don't know. Let me know what you think the rule is for that, because I don't sell a whole lot of that. I don't find it, but I would like to know. And if you leave a comment down below, that will help me, okay? And help others too, because then other people will see what's going on. Here's one that I got, and I said, you know what? I'm going to look to see what I sold it for. It was a little lot of astrology books, and this was 2023, okay? It wasn't that long ago. Now, how many of you remember, if you're my age, going to the grocery store? What was up at the grocery store all the time? National Enquirer, all those, and there was some astrology books, those little ones. They weren't quite like this. They might have been like this, and they were always up at the counter. Cancer, you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. It was very interesting. And these sold for, I think it was $16. I just looked at it. And $16 plus $8 on the shipping side. Hey, nice little lot. Made some money. And it sold fairly quickly. Didn't take a whole lot of time. Not like this one. This one stuck around. I look for these occasionally, especially if they're my bin of books, obviously. I am not 100% positive. You know, they're super. This is it's a beautiful dictionary, Webster's. It's Webster's dictionary, and they have made so many of these. These are huge. They're meant to lay flat, so they open up on a pedestal in a library or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what this is going to be, a display. It's in very good condition. Just took forever to sell. You can see I even wrapped this one up. This one was how it was. This is how it's stored, so it helps it keep it flat. Then you don't stack another book on top of it or something, and then it starts to fold over. So that's why I think that plastic wrap is super cool. So the dictionary, we got 38 plus 14. There are others that can go for some more money, just like Bibles, but finally got rid of it. So think of it like this. I know I got that out of my bins. So the $38 came to me. That's what it is. It's 38 bucks. That's how I'm looking at it. Let's go into some textbook. This is a Mac OS systems one. Now, another thing about Amazon FBA is they have what they call eScore when we use Scout IQ. That is the app that I use to scan the books. And it tells me information of how many times this book sells per year and so forth and so on. And the bigger the number, we say 151 plus, means it sells very quickly. Before it almost gets into Amazon, it will sell quick. This doesn't sell that fast. So this is one where I say, you know what, let me see if I pull it into me, give it a very aggressively good price, and sell it without having to risk it over at Amazon. And why do I say risk it in Amazon? You can send a box of books into Amazon, and there could be 35 books in there. Doesn't mean they're all going to go to X warehouse. Most of the time mine go to Albuquerque, Arizona, LA. From there, Amazon will take that book and ship it elsewhere. So it could end up in Ohio. One book can end up in Louisiana. So it's getting handled more is what I'm saying. And the risk of something going wrong increases, especially with valuable books. So that's what I'm saying. So on some books, I'm thinking and looking and doing this, and I sell it on eBay. And this Mac OS sold for $20 plus $8 on the shipping side. That's all I'm saying is control. All that kind of stuff. I can tell you, you're going to get returns on Amazon. You think you have problems with returns on eBay. Amazon, you have no questions asked returns, and it's just, that's the way it goes in general. All right, here we go. Let's go to the golf club. Only one golf club did really well this season. I call it golf season the whole summer. The late spring, summer sold a lot this year. If you've watched my videos, you kind of seen that this was pretty full and it's dropped down. Plus I have more up in the rafters there. So I have sold quite a few. Now this one, it's a beautiful looking putter. It's called a Zevo. Look at it. Very nice, very interesting putter. It's milled. See, look at the milling on the face. Head cover and everything, but not a ton of money. Not a lot of money on this one, folks. $18 plus $16 on the shipping. Now, we talk about the shipping, obviously the tubes, but I'm also seeing an uptick in the UPS pricing. They were really down about $9, $10. Now they're back to about $12, $13, okay? From here to Florida, from, in certain spots. Closer to me, they're running $9 to $10, okay? UPS, I have no idea. When I was seeing $8, $9 from here to Florida, I thought there's something screwball going on there with UPS. So they might have made the adjustment for a few bucks. So I'm seeing that. I will tell you when I see it go down the other way, if I see it. But generally speaking, price these at $13.95 to $15.95 is what I'm pricing most of my golf clubs. Drivers, I get up to $16.95 is what I do on drivers. All right, I gotta move this over here. I've got one more quick book to show you, then two more items. Let me dig this out. I'm sorry, I'm out of range a little bit. Modern Plumbing, same situation, Amazon book. Now, why didn't I sell this one on Amazon? Well, this one had a lot of highlights. See it? I could put it in Amazon as acceptable, but you're at a disadvantage, I feel, when you put it in an acceptable. And that's the way I feel about it. Some people say, you still are going against very good and good. So pull it off, put it on eBay, let them know, get some money for it. Don't risk it just sitting there on Amazon. And the plumbing got $20 plus $8, and it sold very, very quickly, extremely quick. So I'm happy about that. Okay, we got two to go. We're gonna talk about the really cool one in a second. Now, this one's kind of cool. This last weekend, I went to a garage sale. I had been gone for a while, and I remember this gentleman. I think they've had at least three. The first one, had a metal storage unit on their property, and the city said, you gotta go. So they started having a garage sale, getting rid of stuff, and I found some really cool stuff. Well, I've been gone for like almost 3 weeks, and I came back, and they had another one. Everything was $1. Found some other stuff that was pretty cool, but I found this. And this is called a Combine Jeanette by Molinex. It's an electric meat mincer. Brand new. $1. This is what we love, right? Doing garage sales and finding something like this for $1 because it sold for, what did it sell for? $40 plus $17 shipping. Sweet little find. I found a bunch of stuff. I spent probably a half hour, 45 minutes at this guy's and just trying to find stuff. And it was, I can only imagine that while I was away, he probably had another one and there was probably cool stuff. But I scored some stuff. Now, I got two items here that I didn't show you. I'm going to show you them here. Basically, they're already boxed up. So this is what I do. I pre-box some of my book lots. And the first one is Forgotten Realms 45 book lot set. And it's already in the box, so I don't have to do anything but just pre-weigh it again and measure it. $140 plus $20 on the shipping side for that. Now, this next set is something that I find a lot of in the bins, and I keep them, but this is the first time I've sold them. Golden books. I don't know how many are in there. Probably 140 in this one, I think. $80 plus $26 shipping. Almost a bin. Bins cost me $100. Boom. Actually, bins have dropped down. Bins are now $90 per bin. They dropped down 10 bucks. So it's interesting. So now I'm paying 90 and 80. That almost pays for a full bin. And I keep collecting I collect manga singles. I collect other Rich Dad Poor Dad. I collect certain things, Dr. Seuss, and then I lock them up and sell them in lots. Probably pass up a lot out of my bins, as you've seen, but it happens. Now, here we go. The one item that is cool. It is now becoming that season. It seems to be getting quicker and quicker. First, I'll show you the box. Okay, this is the box I'm going to use, okay? So there's the box. But what's in the box? Inside the box. Oh, let me get down here. Oh, what is it? We're getting the other item out. Let me put this in so I can show you what it is. Boo. Look at this thing. This thing is crazy. I got this at a garage sale a while back. I bought $65 for everything I got. I got a ton of stuff. I got one toy that I sold for $325 just out of that. And now this guy is creepy. Take a look at this guy. So he sold for $120 plus $50 shipping. Okay. Now you take the knife. The knife will come out of his head. I don't know if the knife went with it, but it did. So it came that way at the garage sale. That's how I shot it. It's going to go in that box there. But I'm going to show you some things that I use. So let me put this down so I don't have any other issues with it. Down it goes. Now, you hear me talk about boxes and other things. I have a unique vet clinic behind one of the shopping centers, and they have boxes that they ship something in this. Just see it. This stuff is really good for shipping amplifiers and this. And I keep these stored flat, obviously. And there's also a skinny piece. And so I use this to wrap around the skull. So that's what I'm going to use. That's why we collect various things that we find for shipping. And I have some heavier duty craft paper up front that I'm finally going to be able to tighten this thing up with. And I'll put it at an angle in this box, so it'll be kind of cross angled a little bit, so the corners will give me a little bit of stuff. I hope that's how I plan on doing it. So keep it down to that size. It's $50 shipping. This is going to Florida, so I'm going to be right on the line on this one. This is not going to be one where I make money. Now, I could have done something which I probably should have done, which is the calculated shipping. Have it all ready and go, just like I do the box of the lot of books that I usually sell. But I didn't. So it worked out because that's what it's $50. It might have been a few more, or it might have been a few dollars less. We'll find out. Hopefully I don't get stung on it. I shouldn't. Halloween is becoming it's the second busiest holiday now besides Christmas, okay? And what is driving me nuts is it's always earlier and earlier. I saw stuff in July for Halloween. Now I'm seeing stuff for Christmas. When I was a kid, it didn't start till late September, and Christmas definitely really didn't hit until Thanksgiving, and now it's just earlier and earlier every year. Wild. There you go. Another video in the can for you, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the comments. Please leave comments. If you want a question answered, I'll try and help answer your question. I do a lot of looking on my social media as far as trying to help people. So if you have a question, I'll get in there and help answer it for you. And sometimes I have a question, and need something answered too. So thanks a lot. Don't forget, hit the bell, the subscribe, the bell, and all that kind of stuff for me. That's the only time I really ask is in the video is to hit the subscribe button, basically. And we do 2 videos a week, roughly, that kind of thing. So thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video.